Alright guys, so it is Thursday morning. I think you can see, well, you should be able to see the bags under my eyes because I'm pretty sure you could see them from the next state. Last night it was kind of raining when we started to rain when we got into camp, and we were really whipped from a really long day. I decided to not set up my hammock and just try to sleep in the lean-to. And then I remembered, why I quit sleeping on the ground and went to a hammock. So everything hurts a little bit more instead of feeling better. But anyway, we're gonna try to get going here. It rained hard for a few hours last night, and it's hard to tell if it's still raining or if it's all just dripping off the trees right now, but the trails were already quite soggy and muddy, and I know that hours of hard rain didn't help that. We got some wicked wind last night too. Sometimes it was howling. So weather was not awesome, but we're gonna try to make the best of it. We've been really cranking out some pretty big miles considering the conditions, and I guess we'll find out. We'll see how today goes. We'll be going through the town of Piseco a little bit later on, and I don't know, a little bit of road hiking there. I guess there's a couple miles of road, so maybe we'll get a couple miles where we're not dunking our feet into puddles. But either way, guys, I guess we'll just keep plugging, and today might be slow going. We might not get the mileage that we want, but we'll have to make it work. I'll catch you a little later on. If it rains all day, probably won't get a whole lot of filming done because I don't want to kill my cameras. But alright guys, well, it's definitely going to be a wet one today. It's going to be wet. The trails are already muddy, and so I think by the end of today we're going to be pretty well mudded up and probably wet, but we're just going to keep slugging, go through Piseco today, and who knows, see what we can see in town. Might take a little break in a diner or something, grab something to eat instead of trying to eat on the trail. But anyway, don't know how much video I'll be getting done today, and if I do, my GoPro will have to be in the waterproof housing, so the audio is going to be terrible. So if I do anything, most of it will probably be walking shots, just kind of show you the trail conditions. So anyway guys, stick around. Still going to be a good day. Any day on the trail is a good day. At least that's what I'm going to tell myself all day today. Catch you later.
There we go. Now it's recording.
Front, back.
night. There's like no really good way. That thing's been in the moss for a while. Kinda wet. This had to happen. Slow going today. Check back in later.
I think so.
There we go.
It's so ridiculous.
Okay guys, so we're on our way to Piseco Lake here. And a mile or two ago, maybe a little more, I don't really know at this point, I've slipped and fell, and first fall of the whole stinking trip for me. Forgive me for the poor camera work. My foot got wedged in between these two logs that were like a makeshift bridge, and everything came down on my right leg and twisted my knee pretty bad. And it's just getting worse, and so I gotta do the right thing and pull myself out of this thing. And when I get cell service in Piseco, I'm gonna have to call a ride to come get me. And Dan and Kevin and AJ are gonna finish up. Dan has been taking some footage right along, and so I'll try to get in some pictures and some video from the last section as they finish it up. And I'm not going to be able to do it. I'm not going to be able to do it. I'm in way too much pain, and you know, if anything, experience has taught me that you kind of got to know. You got to know your limits and know where the kind of safety boundaries are, and if I try to push it, I might cause permanent damage or get these guys stranded and then have to push my emergency button there and have search and rescue come and get me, and then cost the taxpayers in New York a ton of money. I'm not really interested in doing all that, so I'm going to take myself out. So I'll try to get another video once we get into Piseco and kind of give these guys a farewell and good luck. Really wish I could have finished it. I was feeling pretty good physically. I'm going to turn this camera around so I can look a little bit more where I'm going. Give me a second. Other than my knee and, you know, the normal feet being sore thing, I think I was going to be okay for the rest of the trip. I actually felt much better than I thought I would as far as that goes. But just not going to be feasible. So anyway, guys, I'll catch you later. I'll be back. Not going to quit hiking or anything like that, but I do need to pull myself out of this one. I think to do anything other than that would be pretty irresponsible. This is a terrible route, but I'm just going through it. Oh, calf deep. Oh, kind of don't care at this point. Oh, so anyway, guys, sorry. Really wanted to finish this video for myself and for you guys and for the other guys that drove all this way to kind of hike with me. Anyway, guys, hard decision to make, but I think it's the right one. God bless, guys. I'll talk to you later. The end of that last clip was probably a little depressing, but I wanted to end this, at least my portion of it, on a much better note. I wanted to do it when the other guys weren't around. I have had an awesome time on this trip. The guys that showed up, I couldn't ask for anything better. You know, Bryant had to bow out early because he hurt his knee. I had so much fun talking with him, and we had a lot of things in common, and I just had a blast getting to know him while he was there. And riding up there with him in the car, it was just a lot of fun. And I missed him right away. And I still do. I wish we all could have finished. But I also wanted to you know, just say a little something about all the guys. Kevin, guy has an awesome attitude, crazy stamina, and he's funny. And you know, we have motorcycles in common, and really good guy. Had a blast. You know, just he's done a lot of really cool stuff, and really have appreciated his company and his input on this trip. AJ, young dude, super tough, funny, and really glad he came. Had some really good conversations with him on the trail. Just had a blast. Really glad he came. Pretty disappointed I couldn't finish with him. The condition his feet are in, just amazed that he keeps going. Super tough mentally and physically. And Dan, he's got I like his sense of humor. Might take you a minute to get used to it, but I found him very funny, and we had some good laughs. Very intelligent guy, all intelligent guys. And Dan, I appreciated you on this hike, some of the levity that you brought, and definitely experience as well. Same with Kevin, a lot of experience, and just appreciated you guys very much. And I wanted to maybe end this portion of the video or whatever with this clip, because it's a lot better than me sounding all whiny and depressed about how bad my knee hurts and how sad I am that I can't finish. So there it is, guys. Thank you so much for coming from Wisconsin and Florida and Virginia and PA to come hike with me. Sorry I couldn't finish it for you, but I very, very much enjoyed the time that I had with you guys, getting to know you, hitting the trail with you, and hopefully this won't be the last time. Take care.
Hockey, hockey. Hockey, hockey. Hey, buddy. Hey, buddy. Where's a good boy? Who's a good boy? Who's a good girl? Yeah, we probably smell like butts.